Hello, beautiful soul. I'm gonna bring this light closer to my face because, yeah, just give me a moment. So, Spirit, I'm feeling sleepy, and Spirit is inspiring me to share some messages with you when I went on a walk. As well, the forest, the trees also, were downloading some messages in me. So, first of all, they were guiding me to talk about how maybe I think a day ago or 2 days ago I released a video in which I said that you gotta rely on God to feed you, to provide for you, and you don't need to ask anybody. So I have a feeling that some people might be curious about, then why do I write about, like, okay, donate for my rent, food, should I be charging for my work, or should we be, people will have all these curiosities. So here's the thing, something that I read in this book called Artist Way, which was that money is God in action. Like, money is, it's like an extension of God. And when you start to follow your creative calling, you will have to question your money beliefs. And it's not even like, first of all, you gotta understand that creative life in which you are following your creative inspirations is actually a life that's the healthy way of living, a life wherein you get to wear what you want to wear, you get to express yourself the way you want to be expressing yourself. You gotta, and it will ask you to question your beliefs around money, your belief around, so for example, if I am wearing short clothes, mini skirts and all, then I would have to question what I have been told about, since my childhood, about, like, okay, if women who are dressing certain way are very sexual, then what is wrong about in being sexual? Like, we have to understand that money, sex, food, water, having certain kind of comfort in life, these are all things that they are very natural to have. Like, we naturally want to have that. And it's like the safety. If you are in an environment wherein you can't express yourself creatively, will you feel safe? No, there will be constantly frustration and sadness. Like, why am I not able to express myself? Why am I not able to dance like this fully, like, and jump and like throw a tantrum and like just be feeling lighter in my body? If you are not able to do that, then you will not safe in that environment. You will not able to feel safe around those people. If you can't be yourself, if you can't express your anger, your worry, your sadness, your joy, your happiness and all of those things, you can't jump and cry, you can't say feel safe in those kind of environment or around those people. When you are around people whom you, or in an environment wherein you can express, like, hey, this and this happened today and it is making me feel angry, okay, I am going through this, and then you can let yourself weep, let yourself cry. Bring magic in your life with my magic paintings. This painting says, dearest God, dearest mother, thank you for guiding me, thank you for leading my way. when you live around this painting, the way you start to move in this world very bravely, confidently, courageously, you would find yourself becoming most braver, bolder, confident version of yourself, and it's just so much divine guidance and peaceful energies into your life. Super powerful. Super, super. You can't miss the magic. You can't. I'm telling you, you cannot. Okay. Also, you can hire me and I will channel a customized magic painting uniquely for you. A painting that will bring lot of success, high vibrations, good energies, power, love, and like sacred, peaceful, pure energies into your life. It's so powerful, and that's that's like deep emotional safety or creative safety, wherein you can express yourself creatively. Okay, you can share your art. And anyway, coming back to the money thing, so you gotta question your money beliefs. If you feel like, do not separate, do not live in the separation. Like money in itself is God in action. That thing, money, that's why there is, gods and goddesses of money, gods and goddesses of wealth and prosperity. So that spirit of prosperity, that spirit of support, money is an extension of support. How you take the air and you get the oxygen, what is oxygen doing? It's supporting your body to be healthy, to keep functioning. Just like that, money is that source that keeps you functioning well. And we gotta restore that connection. Lot of the time, so many ways that we have been told to separate ourselves from money. So many beliefs, growing up we have been told, okay, money is bad, people with money are bad, or like if I make so much money, sometimes we are indirectly learning from our environment. If people are constantly gossiping about rich people, so then you might develop a fear that, okay, if I become rich, then people will gossip about me and hence I will be alone. So these fears, we gotta acknowledge them and heal. Like, it's like there are subconscious fears around having money, around just what we think about money and feel about money. And these are very ancestral fears. People, as a human being, we choose like a connection with other human being, connection to our ancestral lines. Because if you get rich, then you will be very different from all your ancestors. You will be very different, and then you might have to stand alone. You might have to look different to the people, like to your lineage, right? So that's why people don't want to even they will keep subconsciously sabotaging their own good, the gift that God wants to bring to them, the prosperity that God wants to bring to them. People keep sabotaging that because they want to stay in connection with their own family, with their own lineage. And our lineages were living in survival. Okay? Survival is not the truth of God. The prosperity is, the support is. Okay, most creative solutions, most magical outcomes, that's like things working out for you, you receiving what you need. It's the reality of God. Okay, the beliefs that are rooted in scarcity or in fear, they are not the truth. They are not the truth. Just give me a moment. So yes, like you gotta, like, as I am making this video today, I'm navigating my fears. I'm navigating my fears. I had like my rent I had to pay today, and I couldn't. And then yesterday my landlady was so patient with me. It's been 4 months I have not paid my rent, and then I didn't had like even I had very little food actually. And but I was like, the way God led me, even in the when through the fears, through the anxiety, through the worries, and just like, it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful how not when honestly. And then wait, let me show you. I had these two bananas, which like a guy just gave me, because I asked, because he had like so many bananas, and I was like, hey, give me two bananas because the shop is closed. I will give you the money. And he just gave it to me, and I was just so happy and grateful. And I knew like God's looking out for me, because I really needed to have the banana for my breakfast with my peanut butter and oats. And I still didn't had dates. I don't know why God is not giving me dates, and I'm sure it had a purpose. I don't know, I'm just living with the belief that God, I want to eat the food you want me to eat. I want to wear the clothes that you want me to wear. I want to do the work that you want me to do. And God and Mother Earth, like I'm like, Mother Earth, I want to eat the food you want me to eat. I want to wear the clothes that you want me to wear. I want to make the money that you want me to make, and I want to make the money in a way that you want me to make, in amounts that you want me to make. I want to do the work that you want me to do. So even if there are days if I'm just having one meal a day, so I'm considering it God's will. Even if I have like 20 or 30 or 80 rupees in my bank account, I'm just like, it's God's will, and there is a purpose behind that. So all of these things, and there is positivity in everything. Anyway, coming back to the money thing, yes, you should be charging for your work, and you should be charging for it really, really well. You should be wealthy. We all should be wealthy. We all should have. And our true wealth actually is the guidance of the God, being guided by God. That is what true wealth is. That is what true gold is. Okay, so that's the thing, that a guidance of the God, to be guided by God, to be led by God, it's the true wealth and prosperity, number one. And second thing, anything that we need, anything, if we need a bigger house, we need a space to let our to nurture our creativity, to nurture our health. We need different kind of clothes that makes us feel good. We need healthy food. Anything that we need, we deserve it. And it's like we must have it. God's gonna give it. God's gonna bless us with everything that we need to stay healthier, happier, and the guidance and all the resources and everything. Okay, and we must allow it, and we must receive it. We must accept it. When God blesses us with those gifts, with that support, with the resources, receive it with gratitude. And it's like, people, we need to be wealthier so that we can do good in this world. We can use our wealth to create more connection. And like, me going through all of this, like when I want to paint and I'm afraid, like, how will I get the colors, to paint now, and all of those things. I know there are children. Before, I didn't had that wisdom, that okay, there are children who just want colors to paint, and they don't have the money to buy it. But now when I have the money, when God will bless me, I know this is where I need to put my money in getting children colors, in getting people their groceries. Earlier I didn't have that wisdom, but now when I go through these days, I know when God blesses me, and I know how to use it, where to use it. So I'm so grateful. We gotta also, like, yes, we gotta be wealthier. People are using their money in alcohol. People are using their money in just and I don't want to criticize people for using their money how they are using. It's not, because sitting in the energy of criticism is not okay. I can learn from other people's mistakes probably, but like, we gotta make the money. We gotta use our creative gifts, and we gotta invest in even our money, in right courses, right books, things that elevates us. And not just books and courses, even clothes, even paintings, even beautiful things, whatever your spirit, our spirit leads us. When spirit is guiding us towards something, and like, we also need to honor our creative gifts, our creative creations. And yes, my journaling course will help you deal with your emotions, and it will stop you from going towards substance abuse, towards taking action because you feel lonely. But like, so out of loneliness you might do certain things that are not good for you. But if you journal, you will learn how to process that loneliness that you're feeling and invite the deeper connection. Like, yeah, my journaling course will help you a lot. Link of that is in the bio. Like, not just in loneliness, but developing your confidence, your self-esteem, and so much more. I have like an ebook as well called Energetic Activation for a Brand New Life. With this ebook has um, prayers, powerful verses, and affirmations that will support you a lot. And my one-on-one psychic guidance session, my one-on-one mentorship, 3 months of mentorship, that will be very helpful for you in your journey. 3 months with me, working with me, it will be such a deep support for you on all levels: spiritual, emotional, and psychic level, energetic level. Such big support for you. So get into my 3 months of my mentorship. I have one-on-one psychic guidance if you're looking for that, psychic guidance and spiritual guidance. Book a session with me, and yeah, donate for my rent, food bills. Like, just, it will also support me. I was about to say support you, because I always pray that the people who are supporting me, God, you support them bigger and larger way, even bigger and larger manner. So yes, be generous with me as possible. My intention is to, I said a prayer today when I was going for a walk, which was about that, God, you are the CEO of my business. It's your business. Anything, make sure that I am paid well. Make sure that people are receiving the large amounts of value. Make sure you are running the show of my business. You are maintaining the movement and everything. So, yeah. Okay, this is my outfit. I feel very sleepy now. Okay, bye. I love you. I also wanted to add that today, when I wrote that, the positive notes that I write and give it to people, because gods and goddesses of creativity inspire me to, share my notes, write and share, because finding right words at the right time, it's such a gift. So when I do that today, when I handed over to two people, oh my god, they were so happy receiving it. Wow. Wow, and it just made me so happy, and I just, for some reason, spirit wanted me to share it with you here. And like it was just like wow. And I will share, add a video of that note, what was written in that note. Anyway, so when I handed it over to those people, and like, it's through when I am acting on my creativity, as I am indulged in writing and painting, and I get to do that, I get to express myself through, I get to wear whatever I want. I have, for some reason, I find the strength. Those anxiety, those fears and those worries, those racy thoughts, those limiting beliefs, as I am indulging, as I am, um, like acting on these creative inspirations more and more, letting myself do that, the fears are losing their power on me. The limiting beliefs are who has kept me small, in lack, are losing their powers from me. And it's so powerful, like your own creative gifts, the things, it could be art, it could be whatever. Before it brings joy to the world, it brings strength to you. It brings light to you. It brings power to you. Really, in our deepest grief, deepest pain, our own creative gifts become our strength. And yes, sometimes we can be in deep darkness and we see the movie, we read a book which is created by somebody else. That creative creation become our support. Okay, other people creative creations as well. But most of the times, also, not most of the times, but like always, our own creative gifts are our own strength. They give us power. They give us that, what do we say, resiliency to keep going. So yeah, for some reason spirit wanted me to add this here. I am actually, very unsure right now. Even though I know God's got me, I know God fully got me. But it's just like, how my family and how just like there is just unspoken grief and an unspoken sadness that is there. And especially with losing my mom recently, not recently, it's been 4 months. It's just, and just to think about the loneliness that everybody exists in. And when I see other people, how they have to kill their inner child because they were in certain kind of environment, which is like, when I look at my father, that he had to, like, he couldn't fully, or when I look at my siblings, it just triggers deep sadness. And I'm like, no, I need to do something that keeps the creative spirit alive in other people, that inner child alive in other people. And as we journal, it has so much power. We are led to creative solutions, all of us. It's not like, okay, only rich people have the solution, only poor. No, journaling transforms you. It transformed me. And moving forward, it is gonna be just that thing that brings me everything. Okay, even if I feel uncertain about, yeah, like today is 1st of July, and I just want to document it as well, that I only have like how many, I think 60 rupees in my bank account right now. But I am grateful that today I was fed, and I was not losing, I was not living in fear. In fact, I was more inspired. I was chanting Hanuman Chalisa throughout the day, and that's the energy that I want to live in. I want God to make my life as exciting as possible, as joyful as possible, a life, wherein I get to live as innocently, as passionately, as creatively, as generously as possible, and sharing my creative gifts in with the world. Sharing my writing, my videos, my painting, my art with the world is an act of generosity. So I was in this spirit. Okay, so I yeah, like so I'm grateful how God led me, and I get to spend time with rivers and trees. That's like wow. I get to wear whatever I want to wear. I have the patience and the kindness from my landlady, who has been so patient with me. And I did eat my favorite peanut butter, and oat and banana, and what do we say, yeah, some raisins today. But I want God to just also like get me dates, and like moving forward I get more healthy food. But today was good, today was really good, and I felt really good throughout the day, so yeah. And I know God got me, moving forward God will create a way for me. God has always looked after me. Yeah, I even though I don't know how, I know Mother Earth got me. Even though I don't know how, God's got me. That's the attitude that has been carrying me forward. Yeah.